Guys, you can go home. There's no need for you to be here because we're not cooking with fire. We're making a raw dish, and that is in the form of tartare. Let's get started. Hello. Hi, how are you?
Don't touch my bell. Just joking. Come on.
Chef Nick.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm sorry about the bell.
Yeah, no problem. I was just completely joking.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But don't touch my bell.
No, I won't. I'm super excited about making a tartare dish.
Yeah.
I don't eat a ton of meat because I'm scared to prepare it at home. And so
Okay.
tartare scares me because
Absolutely.
it's like, we can't eat raw meat normally, so why are we, how does tartare work?
Well, so when tartare is extremely fresh and you get it from a really good supplier and a good butcher and you know what beef you're getting, amazing meat from, butcher shop, when it's, dealt properly and prepared properly, it's completely safe and it's so delicious.
You don't have a ton of ingredients out here. Is this all that it takes?
All the best recipes, right, have the least ingredients. The start to, a great tartare is make sure that you have like a really good piece of meat. If you can, make sure that it's grass-fed. Sometimes you have it grain finished as well. Get a little bit of fattiness in there. But when you talk about, grass-fed beef, right, you're talking about flavor.
So, Chef Nick, I brought my trusty knife set. Do you want to do the big unveiling for us?
Absolutely.
And I'll let you have at her and you can pick what you want to use.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like this one.
Couple options, okay.
Let's concentrate on some of the cutting here because I think this knife is going to do a really great job, especially the way that I like to kind of cut my meat. Well, you do want to cut off a little bit of that silver skin, right?
Okay. How's it cutting, Chef?
Beautiful. The secret to a really great tartare is it has to be hand cut, right? If you do it with a machine, it grinds the meat, right? That mouthfeel is different, right? So we're just gonna cut this kind of down, right? Into like thinner strips. And then we're gonna slice it into strips. This is actually a really, really good knife for this. We wanna have a little bit of mouthfeel, but we don't want it to be chunky, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, some places they will do a chunkier cut, no? I've seen tartares where
They will do. For me, I really like that kind of fine cut. And you can see how this knife is really just cutting through the meat and not grinding it at all, which is really kind of key to making a really great tartare. I have a dice there already. As you see, like you can almost see where my cuts are there,
Yep.
right? And I'm gonna recut it again.
Okay, so we're talking really fine.
And you can see like it is really kind of like a micro dice at this point.
Right. It looks like ground beef, but it's not because it's hand cut and the ground beef, like you said, would change the texture
Would
significantly.
completely change the texture, would warm the meat. This way you actually have like little tiny dice of fat, which is gonna really add to that kind of melty feel that you're looking for when you're eating a tartare.
Yep.
Cooking is always a labor of love, right? I mean, it's something that takes a lot of effort. It's something that takes a lot of time. Now we're gonna get into the garnishes. So very simple. I've got some shallots. I've got some capers and some cornichons, right? Very, very classic, okay? We're just gonna dice this, right?
Look at those knife skills.
Oh my God, that dice is so nice.
Okay, this is incredible. Look at that, look how fine that is. What's the mark of a good chef's knife? What do you look for?
I look for the balance, right? I don't like a really, really heavy knife when I'm working every day with a knife. It's totally personal, right?
Okay.
I really like a thin blade. You don't want any like textural contrast within the actual meat. The crunchiness of the shallots and, the other ingredients and then, the chips that we're gonna put it with. With the pickle, you can cut this many ways. You can cut it like sort of the same way you would as a regular dice, right? So just kind of like slice them and then dice them.
I guess this is the other reason why people must not make this at home. It's the fine knife skills and technique you need to make all those flavors blend. Okay, so capers, I love capers. I could eat those plain. Do those go in most tartare dishes?
They do. Every recipe is kind of different, and some people have certain things that they put in their recipes, and some recipes classically have had capers in them for many decades, and some people prefer not to have them in there. All right, so let's mix that in. you're doing that beautifully. You're just kind of folding those ingredients into it because you don't want to really mash that meat.
Okay, is that folded in, Chef?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, we're just gonna kind of like gently break that apart, right? Because you have like very, very fine cuts of everything. And as you can see, everything is uniform. And when you're making a great dish, right, visually, it's gotta be, it's that uniform of like what you see here, like it's just speckled with all these different colors and, it's almost dreamy. So we've got our secret sauce. Okay. So this is the dressing for our tartare.
Can you give us a hint of what the secret sauce?
Absolutely. So we've got some mustard in there, some grainy mustard, Worcestershire, black pepper.
Ooh.
And the way that I like to cut parsley is kind of roll it up. And this is called a chiffonade. Give it a taste.
Try it.
How is it? Is it seasoned enough?
It's really good.
So we're gonna take this mold. You're just gonna push it into that mold.
Okay. And it's your favorite part. I don't want to take that away from you.
No, go in. I mean, let's not fill it all
Is that too much?
away. That's good. That's good. We'll go with that.
Do you press it down?
Yes. So, and then you're gonna press it into that mold, right? So it looks like a hockey puck, right?
Oh, the texture's so nice. It's so malleable. How's that, Chef?
That's okay, but I think it could be just a little bit better. Right, so we're gonna get right into that crevice.
We're still learning.
We want
Pressing down the edges.
yeah,
Yep.
pressing down that edges. So we get like nice sharp edges, right? Because visually it's gonna look beautiful, right? To have like those kind of like hard like edges on that.
Okay. At home, I could use a cookie cutter or something for this, right?
100%. I've got some spoons, and this is just gonna put like a little divot. So traditionally, this would be served with a raw egg yolk, right? So we have like an egg, like a heavy egg yolk mayo mixed with truffle.
Oh my gosh. When I see mayo, I love any mayo, any sauce, any aioli. So when I saw this, I was very curious about it. Okay, so that's sort of the yolk substance.
Yeah, so it's gonna look like the yolk.
Ooh, look at that color. Beautiful.
And then we're gonna add our house pickles, just a combination of caper berries, cornichons, and olives.
Our tweezers would be perfect for that.
Tweezers would be perfect. And we're just gonna put a couple of those on there. I like the randomness of food, so I don't like it looking like it was like, kind of lined up and meant to be. Okay, we've got a little bit of our gaufrettes, right? These are gonna bring that kind of like crispy.
Are they potato chips, essentially?
They're potato chips.
Okay, I thought it might have been a veggie or something like that.
And then we're just gonna finish this off with a little bit of olive oil.
Gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning.
So I want you to have a nice restaurant experience. So let's sit at a table instead of eating this into the kitchen.
A booth, I'm in heaven.
So traditionally how you're gonna eat this is you'd break up that egg and kind of mix it in. So we're gonna take that mayo, right, which is infused with truffle oil, heavy egg yolk, kind of mix that in, and that's gonna make it a little bit creamy, right? Add a little bit of richness to this too. And we're gonna add this to a little cracker or chip.
Why, thank you, Chef Nick. May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers. Okay. Okay. That's why they pay you the big bucks. Holy, that's delicious.
For me, it's one of those wow dish factors.
Thank you for graciously teaching me your ways. This is so delicious. But I have a question for you. What should I go out and make next?
I think I got a pretty good idea.
I'm having another bite.